Hello everyone, welcome to Physics Learner channel. So I was discussing the first chapter of the second year science, that is electric charges and field. Okay, the last video I have discussed the expression for electric field at a point on the axis of an electric dipole. On the axis of this is a dipole. On the axis of electric dipole, we have derived the expression for electric field, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2p by r cube p cap. And now we'll derive an expression for an electric field at a point on the equatorial line, or you may get a 5 marks in the theory question in the physics in second year part. You may get in both the equation, you may get 21 due to the axial line or due to the equatorial line. They can also ask as a electric field at a point on the equatorial line or a perpendicular bisector. You can also say that equatorial line or a perpendicular bisector or a broad side on position. So, okay, let us consider a dipole. Dipole means you already know it consists of two equivalent opposite charges plus q and minus q separated by distance 2a, that is separated by small distance, that is called as a dipole. We have already derived expression for electric field along this is the axis of the dipole. Here we have derived expression for electric field. Now we are deriving the expression for the electric field at the equatorial line. This is the center of this dipole will comes here, that is the distance between is a and here is a. So equatorial line means bisector, equal bisector. In mathematics we have seen that the bisector of this line comes from here, keeping the distance we keeping same as a, and we will bisect here, and we keeping the 3 here and we will bisect at a distance a. It will comes perpendicular. This is called a equatorial line. This is called a equatorial line. Now we have to calculate the electric field at this point, at point P, at this point P, due to the plus q charge and a minus q charge. Due to the plus q charge, the electric field will be away from the due to plus q charge, the electric field will be away from the charge, plus q charge means the electric field will be away from that plus q charge. This is the electric field due to plus q charge. Due to the minus q charge, the electric field will be towards that charge, towards negative charge will be the electric field. This is the E minus q. I can try to draw imaginary line triangle. So we must let us take this equatorial line distance r, and this is a. So we can also derive we can find this distance by Pythagoras theorem, that is a right angle triangle. We can find out the angle between this is hypotenuse side is equal to so a square plus r square. So we can write this as a root of root of a square plus r square, this side equation, this okay. Now this is the electric field, direction of electric field due to plus q charge, and this is the minus q charge. So the net electric field due to these both charge will be in between this charge, which is making angle theta, same angle theta to both the electric field direction. So now we have to calculate the electric field due to this charge and this charge. Now the magnitude of electric density at a P of electric field P due to plus q charge is given by E plus Q is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by the distance between, let's take this A, this is P and this is B, that is AP square, AP square R square. You know that electric field formula 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q by R square. So distance R is AP square. So AP is a square plus R square. Whole square means root will cancel here. So this will equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square plus A square. Root will cancel because AP square. So this is the electric field along due to plus q charge at P. Now the magnitude of electric field due to minus q charge given by e raised to minus q is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by pb square, or pb square, that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by, what is the distance of pb, same by Pythagoras theorem, this is ra, the same, the distance will be same, that is r square is equal to a square, then the pb square means root will cancel, so we may write this as r square plus a square. This is electric field due to charge minus q. So these are same in magnitude, but you see e plus due to the plus q charge is also same, and due to the minus q charge electric field is also same. These are same in magnitude but different in direction. See, due to the plus q charge it is in the upward direction, away from that charge is towards it, the directions are changed. So the magnitude of E is given by, if the directions are changed in the vectors, we have seen that if two E1 and E2 vectors are different directions, so the magnitude can be given by the root of E square EQ plus Q square plus E minus Q square, and 2E plus Q and E minus Q, then the cos angle between them to theta plus theta, that is, sorry, the angle between them is not, we have to take only theta, because angle between them is whole this angle, that is theta plus theta 2 theta. This is the formula. If the directions are changed, then you have to find the magnitude of the electric field due to this charge. You have to root of the first vector square, second vector square, and the 2 into e1 e2 cos angle between them. This is the formula you have to be remembered. So I have to write this. So we know that both the EQ and E minus Q are same in magnitude. Here we got the same formula. So E plus E plus Q is equal to E minus Q. So the above equation become root of E Q square plus E minus Q square is equal to E plus, you can take plus Q or minus Q, for our convention we go plus Q, both are equal means this both will become 2 EQ square plus 2, then these both are equal, EQ E square it will become, both are equal, so E plus Q square cos 2 theta. Now we will remove common, E plus Q is 2E plus Q is common, so you can take common, that is 2 E plus Q whole square, remaining is 1 plus here cos 2 theta. We all know in our trigonometry there is a formula for 1 plus cos 2 theta, that is 1 plus, we have 1 plus cos theta formula, 1 plus cos theta is equal to 2 cos square theta by 2 cos square theta by 2. So here we have 2 theta, 1 plus cos 2 theta, right in the place of 1 plus cos 2 theta, then we will get 2 cos square theta, here into 2 then 2 will cancel, so 2 cos square theta, in the place of 1 plus cos theta write 2 cos square theta, so E equal to root of 2E plus Q square into 2 cos square theta. So all are square, 2 2s are 4, that is equal to root 4 E plus Q square cos square theta. So 4 you can write that 2 square E plus Q square cos square theta. So squares all cancel. So finally we will get electric field is equal to 2E plus Q cos theta. Cos theta will get this. So in the diagram we can cos theta by using the trigonometric functions cos theta, we can we know that in triangle, let us take in triangle AOP, let's take this as a AOP. If this is theta, then if this is theta, then by this angle will also become theta. So by applying the trigonometric function in triangle AOP, we know that cos theta is equal to adjacent side by opposite side. We know that adjacent side by opposite side. So here this is the angle theta, adjacent will be AO, and the opposite side will be OP, OP, OA, AO divided by OP, where AO is distance, that is A, the whole is 2A and the half will become A upon P, A upon R, we'll get a upon R. The AO distance is A and OP's distance is R. So we can write cos theta in terms of A by R. Sorry, adjacent, sorry, one mistake is done here. That is cos theta is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. Yes, sin theta is equal to opposite by, sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. The denominator will be same for both hypotenuse, but the upper one will be in cos theta adjacent by hypotenuse and sin theta will be opposite by hypotenuse. So here cos theta is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. Here hypotenuse is root, this is hypotenuse, adjacent A divided by root A square plus R square, root A square plus R square. So in the place of cos theta you have to write this equation, that is 2E plus Q cos theta is equal to A upon root R square plus A square. How we got this theta value? I have shown you here. One mistake have been done by me, sorry for that. Adjacent by hypotenuse AO divided by OP, that is OP is a hypotenuse, that is root A square plus R square. So we have written that A divided by root of R square plus A square. So plus EQ's equation you have already known, that you have derived here, that is due to the plus Q charge 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q by R square plus A square. So put this equation plus EQ's in this EQ, that will be 2 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R square plus A square into A divided by R square plus A square. Root I will write as half. You know that root can be written as whole raised to half. So because I want to multiply these two equations, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2, I will write this once again. So Q, this 2 I will write here, 2 into A, Q into 2A divided by half plus 1. Here this is raised to is half and here is 1. Then half plus 1 will be 3 by 2. R square plus A square 3 by 2. You know that dipole moment I have already said that P is equal to, dipole moment I have already told you that P is equal to Q into 2A. So Q into 2A we have here, so we can write in the place of P, Q into 2A as a P, dipole moment, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P divided by R square plus A square 3 by 2. If you return a dipole moment, vector must become dipole vector, because due to dipole moment is a vector quantity. Here why we return a minus p cap means where p is a unit vector, it is in the direction of minus q2 plus q, minus q2 plus q, in this direction we have taken. So from minus q2 plus q, then we have from minus q2 plus q if we have taken, then it will be minus p vector. So finally we got electric field for this expression. We can reduce this where for short dipole, for a short dipole means for a short dipole, dipole length is very small due to this equatorial line length. R is greater than this A, or R plus A square is nearly equal to R square. Here R plus A square, here R is greater than A, so only R square will remain. A is very small, we can not consider this A, so it will become E equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P divided by R square 3 by 2, then the 2 cancel, hence it will remain E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P divided by R cube minus P vector, This is the expression for the electric dipole, electric field at a point on the equatorial line due to the electric dipole at the point of equator, that is equal to P by R cube minus P cap. Why I have taken minus p cap vector, unit vector means the direction is minus q2 plus q, minus q2 plus q. So it is going in this direction, minus q2 plus q. So this is the electric field electric field point due to the equatorial line, that is a p by r cube minus p cap, and the electric field due to the point on an electric dipole due to the axial line at a point due to the axial line of electric dipole is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 2 pi by r cube into p cap. Only difference is the multiplier of 2. In axial line it is 2 p by r cube, but in the equatorial line it is only p by r cube. So here we can say that the ratio of the electric intensities, electric field at a point on the axial line, this is the axial line divided by electric field at a equatorial line is equal to, ratio is 2 by 1. This is a very important, you may get after every derivation or every point I will discuss that point. It is very important to CET questions, they may arise a CET question. The ratio of electric field due to dipole at a axial line due to the equatorial line is ratio 2:1, because if we divide equation axial line, this is the axial line electric field, this divided by and this equatorial line electric field, this we will get a 2:1 ratio. So this formula is very important. So you can say that electric intensity at a point on the axial line of dipole is twice the, if this will get multiply here, EA, you can write that EA is equal to twice into electric field due to equatorial line, twice the electric field at a equatorial line. So this derivation, from this derivation we can also arise a CET question like this. After this I have one more point to explain here, is that is the dipole uniform electric field, that is a torque. Our torque I will explain. After that I will explain some Gauss law and application of Gauss law. After that the whole points I have discussed, each and every point I have discussed about electric field and charges of a first PUC, second PUC chapter, first lesson, and every point will be finished. And after that I am going to discuss all the problems you are going to get in the theory questions. For 5 marks you will get definitely at least one. If not means don't worry, you will get on another. I will solve all the problems very easily to you. How to remember the formulas and how to take the given quantity, and how to solve the problem. I will solve each 10 problems or more than 10 problems on each lessons. Okay. Next we'll define the dipole in a uniform electric field. What will happen if an uniform dipole is kept in an electric dipole is kept in a uniform electric field? Dipole in a uniform electric field. Dipole in a uniform external field. Uniform external field. Take an electric field which is uniform in all the direction. It is uniform. So dipole means it is a distance between a plus q and minus q charge separated by. If you kept a dipole in this direction only, then there is no any effect or no any forces are observed. So you have to keep a dipole in some other directions or in some other angles to the electric field. Take a electric dipole is kept in this way. This is all electric field lines. Okay, these are electric field lines. This is a dipole of minus q charge and plus q, equal and opposite charges are kept here. This is plus q charge. So you know that F is equal to EQ. When a electric dipole, consider electric dipole of a dipole moment, that is dipole moment is equal to q into 2a. This distance between is 2a. That distance between this is the center, which is making angle theta with this dipole is making angle theta with the electric field lines. Distance of which is length of 2a. kept in a uniform electric field E such that dipole moment P here makes a angle theta with a E. The force experienced by plus Q charge in the electric field. Here it is also electric field and a charge. If you have a E electric field and Q, then you can then there exists a force, that is F is equal to EQ. You know that for F is equal to EQ. Due to plus Q charge, the force will be minus Q charge, the force will be in this direction. The force will be in this direction, that is F is equal to E into Q. Charge is minus Q, so minus Q. Minus Q, E into minus Q, and the force due to plus Q charge will be in this direction, that is equal to F is equal to plus Q E. These two force together constitutes the force will be in this direction, the force will be in this direction, and these force together constitutes a couple or a moment of this couple is known as a torque. Okay, understood. When a electric dipole is kept in a uniform electric field, then these two then there exists a constitute a couple, then that couple is called as a torque. That the moment of that couple is called, this will move in this direction and this will move in this direction, and they will have their couple somewhat the moment of couple, and that moment of couple is called as a torque. Moment of couple is called or you can say that torque, which is abbreviated as a tau, and it is given by the symbol delta T. So that torque is defined. Now we have to expression for the torque. Expression, this is we can also derive the expression for torque. The torque is given by either the force, any one of the force, either the force, any one of the force into arm of the couple, Okay, couple, the arm of the force means there are two arms where we have to take these two arms. These are the two arms of this charge has this arm at a point where the two arms will meet. These are the two arms of plus Q, minus Q charge and plus Q charge. These are two arms, and one of the two forces. Name this as A, this point as A, and C, and this point as a B. This BC and AC are the two arms of this torque. Either force, any one of the forces, F is equal to EQ or this plus EQ, that is a force into arm of the couple. Take this as a BC. Then force is written as a QEQ and BC. BC we can write as in a trigonometric function by that apply it. If this is a theta, this is both lines are parallel, this is also parallel, and this angle will be theta, and apply here the trigonometric function, that is sine theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse, that is opposite angle will be BC by hypotenuse angle, this is 90 degree here, so this is opposite side, that is BC, and the hypotenuse will be AB, BC by AB. So we want BC here in the above equation, BC, so BC is equal to AB into sin theta. AB, you already know the distance of the dipole length, this is the dipole length is 2A, we can write that 2A into sin theta. So the torque will become QE into 2A into sin theta, so you can write this as Q into 2A into E sin theta. We know that already we are again and again we are having this formula, that is P is equal to Q into TA, where this is known as a dipole moment. Q into 2A is a dipole moment, that is a P dipole moment, P sin theta. So the expression of torque is P dipole moment and electric field, theta angle between the electric dipole and the electric field lines. This is the main expression for the torque, that is a force exerted due to the electric dipole in electric field and the moment of a couple, that is called torque, and the expression of torque is P sin theta. And where you can Introduce some points, that is tau is a vector quantity because it has a direction force in this direction for that in that direction. It has some direction, so it is a vector quantity. Vector quantity given by a right hand rule. It is a perpendicular to the paper, where tau is it is a direction which has always some moment, so it has some direction. And in a vector form also we can write that tau is equal to p cross e. P sin theta, it is a dot in a dot product, so in a vector, so p cross v. So SI unit of a tau is SI unit of a tau is it is we have already seen here SI unit is equal to either force into arm of the couple, that is BC. Force is measured in Newton, BC is a length, that is a arm of, that is a length BC. So length is measured in a meter, so Newton meter. SI unit of a torque is Newton meter. How it came I have explained here. Force into, that is length, so force is Newton meter. This is about a torque. So we have to see now some points where electric dipole, if we kept in electric field, how the net force will be zero. We'll see some examples. Now if electric field will be in this direction, now the dipole is kept in small space, in small distance. Here the plus q charge and here the minus q charge is the electric field lines. These are the electric field lines, and this is minus q charge. If the dipole is kept here, then the plus q charge always move in the direction of the electric field. It will move, but the minus q charge will move opposite to the electric field lines. Plus q charge, remember this point, the plus q charge will always move in the direction of the electric field. So the plus q charge force will be like this, in this direction, and the minus q charge force will be away from the electric field lines, opposite to the electric field lines, so the force will be in this direction. So here in this dipole, if the electric field is in electric field, so here the force will be in this direction, which are opposite. The forces of these two charges will be in opposite direction, so the net force will be zero because both are in opposite direction. This direction, here the net force will be zero. Net force will be zero. Net force will be zero. If net force is zero, then the tau will be immediately zero, because tau is equal to force into length. Force will be zero means tau will be zero. If in the same, let us consider another example. If the if on the far dipole is kept a little bit a far distance, is plus q charge and a minus q charge. So plus q charge, these are electric field lines, will move in the direction of the electric field lines, and the minus q charge which will move opposite. If the electric field lines in this direction, the minus q charge will be opposite, will not move in this direction, it will move opposite to this direction. So both will be opposite in direction, so the net force again here in this case will be zero. Net force is equal to F is equal to 0. If net force is 0, tau is 0. You may also get a CET questions if they have placed a dipole like this in the electric field lines. You have to imagine yourself, and you know the points that plus q charge will move in the, you have to keep these points in your mind. Plus q charge will move always in the electric field lines direction, and in this direction, and minus q charge will move opposite to the electric field lines. So if we got both in opposite direction, this is in this direction, plus q charge, this is in this direction, both are in opposite, the net force is 0. If both the forces are in same direction, you will have some force, then you can say there is a net force. Let us next we will get it. We will take an example. Consider these are electric field lines. Let's take a large distance. These are some electric field lines. The dipole is kept a little bit cross. This is minus q, and the above expression torque, where we have to find like that diagram is the same. The force is in the plus q charge force will be in the direction of electric field, that is F. This is the dipole. Then the minus q will be opposite to the electric field lines. These are electric field lines that is opposite to the electric field lines. Here the net force will be 0 because force is the opposite direction only. F is in this direction and this F is in this direction, both are in opposite direction. So net force will be 0, but the torque will not be 0. Torque will not be equal to 0 because it is making some angle to the electric field lines. It is making some angle to the electric field lines. There is some you know that sine theta here making some angle. So you can say that here in tau, in this expression we are not having force, we are having a dipole moment and electric field. So here it is a dipole moment also electric field and angle is also there, so tau will be not equal to 0, we can say like that. Now if a dipole is kept in a non-uniform electric field, these are all some uniform electric field. Non-uniform electric field means electric field will be not equal or not uniform in all the direction. So if it is kept in a non-uniform electric field, then it will experience if electric dipole kept in a non-uniform electric field, the net force and the torque it experiences their net force and a torque will not be equal to 0, and torque will not be equal to, it experience some torque and force. Due to torque it rotates, and due to net force it accelerates. If it has a net torque it rotates. Due to torque the dipole will rotates, and due to net force it accelerates. This is due to non-uniform electric field. Before we have seen a uniform electric field. Now we will see when a Q is placed in the region stronger electric field. If the electric field lines are non-uniform, means not parallel lines. So this is a non-uniform electric field example. If the plus Q charge placed here, like this is the F1 force of this, and this is a minus Q charges placed here, minus Q. This is the F2 of this charge force. If a plus Q charge is placed in the region of stronger electric field, this is a because we have seen in the properties of electric field lines where the denser where the electric fields are stronger region, means very close each other, then the electric field will be here stronger. So plus Q charge region, plus Q is in the region of stronger electric field and minus Q is in the region of weaker electric field. Hence this plus Q charge experiences a greater force. This force will be more and this force will be compared to this will be less. So net force will be this minus of this force F1 minus of F2. The dipole moves towards the direction of E. So this is the direction of E, because the plus Q will always move in the direction of electric field, no? So a plus Q charge has a highest electric field, so the dipole moves in the direction of the electric field direction. If now minus Q is charge placed in a denser medium or a stronger region, same diagram, but only the charge direction change. Minus Q charge is placed here, and this is plus Q charge in a weaker electric field. Minus Q charge placed in a stronger electric field lines. These are electric field. So you know that minus Q will move opposite to the electric field lines. So it will not move in this direction, it will move opposite to this direction, and this will move in this direction. Plus Q charge is always moving in electric field lines. So the net here the plus Q charge region be electric weaker field, hence minus Q experiences a greater electric field. So the net force is given same, that is F1, this is F1, F2. You have to minus that F1 minus F2. The dipole moves in the direction of opposite to here. Here forces cannot cancel because this is a non-uniform electric field. These field lines are not parallel. So you can say dipole moves in the direction of opposite to E, because minus Q it is placed in a stronger electric field. So stronger electric field, then the minus Q has a property that moves opposite to the electric field line. So the direction of the dipole, this dipole moves in the direction, this moves in the dipole, this dipole moves in the opposite to the electric field. So we can say these are non-uniform electric field lines. Example. So we know that expression tau is equal to Pe sine theta. So we have to see where the torque is maximum when the minimum by applying here theta, putting the values of the theta. When the theta is 90 degree, when theta is equal to 90 degree, we know that sine 90 is 1 plus 1. So tau is equal to Pe sine 90 is 1, that is become Pe sine theta sine 90 is 1, that is Pe, when the axis of the dipole is perpendicular to the electric field. Perpendicular axis of the dipole, these are the electric field. We know that theta is the angle between the dipole and the electric field lines. You have to make the angle between the dipole and the electric field lines, that is 90 degree. Means you have to keep the dipole straight. This is a plus q minus q, which makes the angle 90 degree. Theta, we know I have already defined in torque, that is theta is the angle between dipole and the electric field lines. If we keep the dipole perpendicular to the electric field lines, then the torque the maximum torque acts upon the dipole. The maximum torque, there will be maximum torque, tau will be maximum when theta is called 90 degree. How I said you that, explain that 90 degree, if you kept a perpendicular this dipole 90 degree, that becomes 90 degree. So the torque, this has a maximum movement of torque will be maximum, the movement of this couple will be maximum. When minimum means theta is equal to 0 degree. You know that sine 0 is equal to Pe sine 0. You know that sine 0 is equal to 0, then tau is equal to 0. This means when the axis of dipole is parallel to the electric dipole. So this is the electric field lines, the axis of the electric dipole, if you kept in it is in the same direction. It doesn't make any angles here, it is a 0 degree. If tau is kept like this, then that doesn't make any angle. If we kept here, so theta will be here 0 degree. So if we kept like this, it has no movement will be, so tau will be 0, torque will be 0. When we kept a theta is equal to 180 degree, 180 degree means also sine 180 degrees, tau is equal to P sine 180. Sine 180 degree is also 0, tau is equal to 0. When the axis of the dipole is anti-parallel, here it is a parallel, axis of the dipole is a parallel to the electric field lines. In 180 degree it is a anti-parallel, means the dipole is this electric field lines, the dipole is turned once whole 180 degree, making 180 degree changes its charges. If earlier we place plus q and minus q, then we turn 180 degree, it making 180 degree also, it doesn't change its position, it will be same. So the net torque will be 0 in this case. In uniform electric field, a dipole experience only torque. Okay, this is the main point. In uniform, we have seen here in uniform cases, these three cases. In uniform electric field, a dipole experiences only a torque. Only in uniform electric field, dipole experiences only torque, while in non-uniform electric field experience net force and a torque. I already discussed here. Here only torque is experienced. Yeah, in a uniform electric field experience only torque, while in a non-uniform electric field it accelerates, because non-uniform means one side will be greater, one side will be lower electric field. Due to greater electric field, this dipole will move, it accelerates, so force will accelerate here. So in non-uniform electric field you may get question, in non-uniform electric field force and torque both are there, but in only uniform only torque will be there. Okay, this much is all about today dipole and electric dipole in uniform and non-uniform electric field. And all the points have been covered, and the only remaining is the Gauss law and the application of Gauss law. You also may get the questions, 5 marks in theory questions, application of Gauss law. There are 2 important derivations of Gauss law. I will also I'll try to make easy to you those derivations. So please keep on watching my videos and also subscribe my channel, and thank you. If any doubts, please comment, ask in the comment section. Thank you.